What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to 77 Flavors of Chicago.
Hey.
If y'all could go ahead, please like, rate, subscribe to us on all podcasting platforms. Also, really like and subscribe to us on YouTube. We trying to get to that 1,000. We just got like 500, 850 more to go. 847, I think, to go. So,
that's funny.
if y'all could go ahead and do that for us, that would be great. Today's trivia. I got trivia back for you.
If you don't do that, you have to send us $1.
Damn. Well, that's that. We'll take that. We'll take that as monetization. You ready for today's trivia?
I'm ready.
Got it. What major car company had a plant here during World War II? Some of y'all might think this is a layup, but I am going to throw you for a spin, and I probably gave away the answer. A, Ford Motor Company.
That's what I was thinking.
B, Dodge, or C, Chevrolet. Ooh, this is a tough one. We're going to get to it right after the break. 77 Flavors of Chicago right now.
This is the podcast where we visit all 77 of Chicago's historic neighborhoods and discuss their heritage and taste the amazing food.
And if you know anything about us, we love two things, food and Chicago, so I can't wait to burn this gas money.
You ready?
Let's get it.
This is the 77 Flavors of Chicago, the podcast.
Hey, welcome back to another week, another episode, another community area.
Your favorite podcast in the land.
Talk that talk.
Also, I'm sick, so that's why I sound like...
Yeah, we can hear you. You sound like Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I sound like... What's the letter that changes it to a B when you're sick?
V?
No.
Oh, I don't know. What? That's a... Ooh, now I'm going to be thinking about it. I'm going to be saying A, B, C, D, E, F.
When you're stuffy, there's a letter that changes
B.
to a B.
V sound like that.
No.
Anyway, today's trivia. What major car company had a plant here during World War II? Was it A, Ford Motor Company, B, Dodge, or C, Chevrolet?
I'm going to say Ford.
You going to say Ford?
Yeah, because it's the oldest one, so they're more likely to have plants in different places.
Okay. I like the deduction.
Yeah.
Deducing.
Rich white man was probably like, let me toss these around the country.
Okay. All right. Y'all, what do you think? What do you think? You know, I know the obvious answer for people that's listening to me, like, well, you know, there's a certain neighborhood named, you know, after one of these things. But let me...
There is?
Yeah. If you said A, Ford, it is not Ford. Let me tell you the history. In 1942, Dodge built a World War II defense plant for the B-29 aircraft engines that were being used during the war. The building was 82 acres and covered 30 blocks. And at that time, it was the largest building in the world. Right there, right here.
Damn.
Yeah. In West Lawn. Hold on.
I should know this.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why I figured most people would get it. Would guess A, Ford.
So you're saying I'm dumb?
No, stop it. After the war, Ford Motor Company came into the space, and Ford also built engines for the aircrafts in wartime and after the war. The surrounding area was all residential, became known as Ford City. In 1961, the government sold it to investors to make this a shopping center, and Ford City Mall opened in 1965. In 1967, Tootsie Roll came to that same building, same facility, and is still here to this day.
Is it the Tootsie Roll building on 90? Like you can see it when you're on that ramp?
Yeah, you could see it pretty close. Not 90. It's not 90.
No, you
55.
know what ramp I'm talking about?
Yeah. That's not even. That's not on 90 though. That's not on 90. That's you thinking 55. But that's not even.
Thinking 90.
Well, you wrong.
That's where our billboard was.
Yeah, that's not. You can't see Tootsie Roll right there. That's not Tootsie Roll.
There's a building that says Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, I know it says Tootsie Roll, but that's not it.
I know that's not it. I'm asking, what is that?
I don't know. But it's not Tootsie Roll. You said Tootsie Roll. Anyway,
that's not what I said. I said, isn't there a building there that has Tootsie Roll on it? What is?
Yeah. You're right. Let me hold on. Let me get my stuff out of the jam.
Can you turn my headphones down? I have a headache.
Oh, look, this is
all these sounds are loud as hell.
This is Six Sarah talking. Let me help out.
Lord,
Dario.
Oh, Sarah.
Okay. And we are back here, 77 Flavors of Chicago. Another fun week, and boy, I got the mic now. What is going on with these mics?
Stop touching it.
I'm not touching it. It wasn't doing anything, and it just started messing
That's
up.
because you were talking shit to me.
You know what? Karma do work like that.
I do.
I wasn't even talking shit though.
You were.
Anyway,
You were
semantics.
arguing with me, and I'm sick.
So we know how Sarah's week is going. She's sick and sick of me. Oh man. So
It was a rough week.
yeah, you got sick over the last couple of days.
I've been sick since Thursday.
Yeah, that's more than a couple of days. Okay.
It's
All right.
now not Thursday. We're a few days late
Yeah.
after Thursday.
Yeah. So it's you don't get sick. You
I
get
don't get. I get sick once a season.
yeah.
So,
So, 4
but
times a year.
I got sick because like once the change of like a drastic change. Like I don't get sick spring to summer. I get sick summer to winter or like fall to winter, and then I get sick.
so the in between period. So 3
yeah,
times a year.
Like the significant changes in weather. But this time I got sick because I met up with a friend that was sick.
Dang, let's hope they're not listening.
She didn't know that she was sick. And then she got sick. Like the next day, she was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sick." And I was like, "Oh my god."
You start panicking. That's what happened. Then you
I
got
wasn't
sick.
panicking. My throat was hurting, and I was like, "I wonder if she made me sick."
Yeah.
That's not panicking.
Okay. I'm just saying you was a little nervous at first. You before like
I
when
don't
you
like-
felt it.
Nobody likes being sick.
No, nobody. Sick is trash. You were saying some of the things we take for granted, like breathing properly.
Breathing properly, you take for granted the fact that your ears aren't blocked. Like
Mm.
right now, these headphones on is so much pressure for me.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah,
If you on YouTube, you saw me drip that water out of my.
all these details in my ear.
Yeah.
Too much.
There's a lot of shit going on. You said the ice clacking in the dam.
All of it. Campbell barking. I just want to.
Yeah. You know what?
I had to crate him for a little bit while you were out this
You
morning.
gotta do what you gotta do.
I couldn't. He kept barking at me, and I was like,
You gotta take
I
care
was
of
like, you're doing
Come
this
on.
because you see me sick.
Yeah.
Whenever you leave, he acts out.
Yeah, he chilling right now.
He's chill as hell when you're here.
This dude.
And when you leave, he was like,
Tyrant.
"Who's this bitch?"
I'm about to run all
Fuck
over her. I'm about to run all over her.
I'm about to run around this living room,
Yeah.
bite up this carpet,
Yeah,
rug, whatever.
Yeah, see, he don't pull that bullshit with me. Anyway, my week was good. No, but it was good. Again, more photography. Been going great.
Yeah, book your boy if you have a
Hey, holla.
holiday shoot or
Yeah.
whatever.
Book your boy. Here's one thing I was really excited about. Call of Duty is out.
Oh.
I think I talked about this last week.
You talk about this all the
I
time.
did.
For me, I've been hearing about it for like a month.
Hey, look, the new Call of Duty finally got it. Was able to play it.
You said duty.
That's come on. You wanted a button for that. I can see it. Anyway, let's get it cracking. Call of Duty is fun, but here's our Call of Duty.
Wow.
It's talking about this history. Let's get in tune real quick, y'all. Yeah, buddy.
Amazing.
Today we are talking about West Lawn Community Area, number 65. The boundaries to the north, 59th Street, to the south, 77th Street, to the east, tracks at Central Park, and to the west, Cicero and Moore Railroad tracks. Now let's talk about how it got its name, because we're gonna kind of circle back around to all that other stuff. I told you the trivia part of it, but in the 1970s, contractors subdivided the land from Chicago Lawn and wanted to promote that area as an extension of Chicago Lawn, right? But it was divided by the Grand Trunk Railroad tracks, and simply put, it was west of Chicago Lawn, so it's West Lawn. That's it. No.
There's a lot of lawns.
There's
There's
a-
Wood Lawn, Chicago Lawn, West Lawn.
There's a lot of west. You know what I mean? Like you west this, west that.
No creativity. West Bowman, West Inglewood,
But back in the day, I bet
West
you
Lawn.
they thought they was doing it.
They thought, man, nobody
Ain't
doing this.
nobody got a name this cold. You know what I mean? They probably thought they was going crazy. History. Development in the area was Campbell, get down.
If you're watching on YouTube, you just saw Campbell
You just
right
saw-
up in the
yeah,
camera.
yeah.
He's still partially there.
Dude
probably.
is like scared at it too. Like he's like, what the fuck is going on here?
And he sees this shit. Well, not every week.
Not every week, but
Can't believe it.
get down, bro. Come on.
Come here, buddy.
Anyway, development in the area was slow due to the marshy land. And now check this out. The water flowed down from other surrounding areas and that's kind of why they made it not as good. You know what I mean? Like the area was slow to like build up, right?
Yeah.
But what they did was they drained the area. They drained it in 1910, and that's when construction started. So that's when they started building up the area. Now, the community area of clearing and newly paved roads helped grow the population. In 1920, the population was 2,500. In 1930, the population went up to 9,000.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's a huge increase. This area, they built a lot of homes and everything. Now, it was also part of the bungalow belt in Chicago. If y'all don't know by now, you probably listen to bungalow, but if you don't know, bungalow belt is a bunch of strip style housing. A bunch of strip style housing, but it's kind of like a
strip
of houses that wraps around Chicago, kind of like a belt does, right? And it's the same
made
style.
of bungalows.
Made of bungalows. There you go. History.
You've been taught.
You've been taught. The population was mainly German, Irish, Czech, Polish, Italian, Lithuanian, white. Pulaski was thriving. So here's the thing. Pulaski was thriving up until the Great Depression. And the reason why I specifically call out Pulaski, because we talked about Pulaski and West Elsdon, right? It went under another name. I forgot what it was, but it went under another name. But that was one of the first paved roads. When that road was paved, it really kind of like helped grow, business and traffic and foot traffic. People, kind of come around there because trains were down there, but it was more like, what did they go? Working trains, like to move shit, freight trains, shit like that. Now, the Great Depression came and just kind of halted all the progression that West Lawn had, right? And the area had, even though it had the freshly paved streets, nobody was living there. So where Pulaski was, right around the 63rd area, it was paved, but no housing. And to the east, there were housing, but no paved roads.
Wow.
So, and the Great Depression just kind of stopped all that stuff. World War II came, and that's when growth happened, which is crazy. We heard that like World War II kind of like started a lot of growth again especially after it was over. People start moving back to the area, businesses and things start coming back around to the area. If you remember Chicago Municipal Airport, aka Midway, that had been going, and now it's starting to bring in more people and more businesses, industry. We just talked about this in the clearing episode, so that it helped, right? Now here's something that we talked about in West Elsdon, because it kind of happened here. You remember the airport home wars or whatever that happened? This was a part of it also. And if you don't remember what the airport home riots were, or wars, race war, whatever it's called, it was homes that were built by the CHA, Chicago Housing Authority, for returning vets. And they were meant to have a place where they could like live, after the war, of course, where they could eat. My ass always think about food. But so these homes were built, right?
Yeah.
And the issue was the West Elsdon community didn't want those homes to be built and have basically black people moving to
right.
them. So they put up a big fuss and race riots, to kind of stop people from coming into the area. And Chicago Lawn was kind of on the side of a little bit on the side of the CHA, and say, hey, look, we need the housing. Who wouldn't want the housing, right?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want the housing? Now, here's some more significance about that. So things are starting to boom, right? Things are starting to boom at the same time that the riots and people, the airport home riots are happening, right? Population in 1950 was 14,400, right, roughly. In 1970, 20 years later, it was 28,000.
Wow.
Right. So there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people in this area. Even so, they didn't want to keep blacks out. There's a lot of white people in the area, and these are the white people that came from the east, the white flighters. We talked about, again, West Elsdon, we talked about it, but this is where a lot of the people that were part of the white flight, where they came from especially the Hyde Park area, and and moved over to the west. This is where they settled. So this was a lot of people there. Growth continued. We talked about it a little bit with the trivia. That was huge. World War II, bringing all those industry. Think about how much industry was there during World War II around that Ford City area. Plus, now you got shopping because Clearing, Ashburn, Chicagoland, everything is starting to boom right around that time. So, pretty significant timing for that area, and that's why the population boom. Pulaski and 63rd, specifically Pulaski and 63rd, that was kind of like shined as like a retail and public space. And I like, this is part of my hood, y'all. Like, so this is, I grew up in Chicagoland. We talked about it, but I went to school all around that area. I went to school all around in that area, and I seen all this stuff. So 63rd Pulaski is kind of like still to this day, like a legendary area. I bring that up because right there is where the Native American statue is above the building. Now, if you are Chicago and if you've been through Chicago, if you're a South Sider, Southwest Sider, you've seen that thing on the South Side, and that is that is like a staple on the South Side. It's been there, even though the residents are kind of like, this is a little controversial because it's an quote unquote Indian that held cigars and it's kind of has his hand out like that. And it's back in the day, they use Indians to sell cigars like that. They were the spokesperson for sales for cigars. And of course, the term Indian is not correct, y'all. It's Native American. So a bunch of like weird controversy, but it's like a Chicago landmark, unofficial landmark, especially on the South Side. If you grew up as a kid, you've seen that statue, like 25 feet statue, just there on the corner your whole life. And it's still there.
25 feet or 25-foot statue?
It's 25 feet. Yeah, it's 25 feet in the air, but it's a 25-foot statue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because you said 25 feet statue.
Did I?
Yes, I was like, is that right?
Bruh.
Damn, you called me out for my...
No, I thought I was wrong.
No, you're right. I'm stupid.
Of course I am right.
Damn. Man,
you're also not stupid.
That's go ahead, give yourself
that's
a
what
point.
we call a win-win.
Boys. That's what we call a win-win. Anyway, what I was saying about the statue, the reason why I bring up the statue, because it is right there, 63rd and Pulaski. And the residents now are kind of trying to change the narrative of that, especially is more of a, of course, minority-based community now, right? I told you how many, the population was pretty much all white for a very long time. Very few blacks. Now today, the population is 34,000, with 85% of it is Hispanic, Mexican primarily. Since the 1970s, a lot of Hispanics are coming in and they, very much own that area. I told you, when I was growing up, like it's been that way since I was, a kid in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like it was black and Mexican down in that area. So that statue is kind of trying to change the narrative. They're trying to change the narrative of that statue there. It's a brown person representing, you know what I mean, like the community, right? Some of the businesses kind of play on the term Indian, right? But kind of flipping it because it's Mexican food. You know what I mean? Like, so they play on it.
Wait, do they like it or
they like it? I'm telling you, they're trying to change the narrative. They accepting it. They accepting the statue there. I mean, it's not coming down from what I know. That's not the big point here. The point is, it's Chicago landmark, whether it's good or bad, it's like an in between,
Yeah.
So if you're on the South Side, it's still there. If you're not here from Chicago, if you're not still in Chicago currently, it's still there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you see? Yeah, I took a picture of it. It's gonna be up there. I took a video.
Yikes.
Yeah, I mean, you say yikes, but like, where you were. You was almost home when you saw that bad boy.
I know, but it's also red.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's problematic. I ain't gonna lie. It's problematic as hell. Now, I don't want to like shortchange the Hispanic population out there because there's a heavy population out there of Hispanics and Mexican, Latino in that area. When you combine West Lawn and Chicago Lawn, it's about 65,000 Hispanic residents in that area.
Wow.
That's a lot. You know what I mean? Like in Chicago. And as of
Is this technically South Side or West Side?
Southwest Side.
Oh.
Now, reason why that's also significant is like the population in Chicago is greatly changing, right? It's greatly changing, and you don't want to like mistake, like or not give people, their shout. It's about 30% and 30% Black and Mexican now. It's very, very close in population.
And if
now.
you voted, thank you.
Right. You know what I mean? Like because like it matters for us, man. Like it definitely matters for, those communities and all the other communities around the area. But like it's crazy. I remember a time where, we said that, the Hispanic population is going to be one of the largest ones in Chicago. And like now it's pretty much, 60, 30, 30. You know what I mean? Like it's like 28.
Wait,
And
what's
I know that number is not right. It's like 50, 30, 30.
What's 50?
White. Yeah, primarily white. But it's that's also not the math.
Yeah. It's 110%.
Yeah. We're rough numbers.
There's no Arabs.
No, there's actually in this area, Arabs moved into this area specifically also.
Let them know.
Yeah.
And Chicagoland.
Right. So again, a nice poor population. It's small compared to like what it is up north, right?
Yeah.
If we talk about
Also,
the West Town
we're
area.
everywhere. We just look Mexican, so no one.
You say ain't nobody gonna know.
No. If I came up to you, you wouldn't be like, "That's Arab."
Nah, I would know something different about you.
You probably think I'm like some Central South America.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
You would think I'm Arab.
Yeah, I wouldn't think you Central South America. You got to keep in mind, I grew up around Mexicans and Latinos. So
I've gotten people thought I was Mexican in Mexico.
you ain't get that from me. Yeah, not me. Shit. like, you ain't get that from me. Yeah, when I saw you, I was like, damn. I don't care what she is. I need her on my team.
I can't stand you.
Anyway, that is the history of West Lawn. Sarah, go ahead, blow her nose. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about food. We didn't do, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it in a second.
Didn't do what?
I was about to say we didn't do, obviously, Mexican food, but we did some great food.
Yeah.
But we'll be right second.
We are back.
Hey.
Just in general. We're just back.
6-0 is the best.
I am, I'm not a good sick person. Like I don't require too much. But I just don't like being sick at all.
Yeah, no.
Like some people like just taking naps. I don't. I feel like my weekend was wasted. I don't like being sick on the weekend. I like being at home, but I'm not necessarily a homebody. Like I like going on long last walks. Like I don't want to just be sitting at home.
Yeah.
So I'm not a good sick person.
Let me tell y'all, she was knocked the hell out.
I did. Because I can't sleep at night. Okay, TMI. But when you're sick and you're congested, and that results in heartburn. That's what happens, and it keeps waking me up, and I'm just not.
You were sleeping like a crime scene victim. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. You was out here. You was spread out. You had the white line chalk. That's how you was. That's how you was sleep. Yeah, you was out. When Peter Griffin fall.
Like this.
Your ass. You was out. But yeah, we ate.
Speaking of out.
Hey.
We went to Tony's today.
Talk about it.
Tony's Italian Beef on South Pulaski.
Yeah.
7007 South Pulaski. If you don't know Tony's Beef, I don't know what to tell you. They've been around since 1975.
Yeah.
So when they opened up, they were a family business. They only hired their family. So it was like the grandpa, literally reading off their website, Grandpa Tony, Tony, Sister Teresa, Brother John, brother-in-law
Sister Teresa.
Johnny.
Okay.
And Uncle Benny.
Oh, this was Italian.
Very.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So Tony's 3 sons joined the staff as soon as they could see over the counter.
Hey, put them bad boys to work.
Of course. So Tony made the recipe for the beef, and Grandpa made the giardiniera. And when people started moving out of town, and people would go visit them, they would ask for beef by the pound, and that's how their catering menu came about, because people would want to buy beef by the pound.
Really?
Crazy. Yeah.
I guess how else would you order?
Buy a sandwich.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe. Yeah.
But I guess if you are traveling and you want to take food for someone, you buy it by the pound.
Yeah.
They also added their Sicilian, mouth-watering Sicilian steak, which is a breaded steak, and several chicken sandwiches. And they have a lot of breakfast sandwiches. I believe they have 3 locations now.
Oh, they grown.
Yes.
That's the OG one.
That's the OG one.
Let's go. Yeah. Hey, let me tell you, I went up in there and it's like an old school Chicago joint, right? It's got, you can see them making the food. It's got the counter. You got 5 seats maybe. You either sit down, you can stand up on the little counter. You know how they had like the little counters along the walls with the big menus on the wall. So you look and see they got special deals on the wall. It's simple. It's a simple spot. You know what I'm saying? And it feels so Chicago, especially right there on Pulaski. Right. And, there's we talking about West Lawn, predominantly Hispanic. Yeah. We could have easily went to one of these several amazing taco joints. And we wanted to, but we've done so many, so why not go to something that is uniquely,
also, last week we had Mexican food 4 days in a row.
Right. Like we need a break, And
I had pozole yesterday.
Yeah. So. Yeah. From Pilsen.
That was so good.
Yeah. You smacked it.
Gosh, I went crazy.
You smacked it.
But what did we have?
Let's start right there with the breaded steak.
This is a large menu. So I had the the Italian breaded steak served with red sauce and sweet peppers on Italian bread. Did you get me the regular or the king size?
Regular.
Okay, because that felt like a king size.
Yeah.
That bad boy was huge.
Yes.
That's what she said.
That was a large sandwich. I did not finish it.
Yeah, no.
It was pretty big. It's super filling. The tomato sauce was incredible. Mm-hmm. The sweet peppers were also really, really good. But the breaded steak itself, the thing is, when you make a breaded steak in a sauce and make it into a sandwich, it could go soggy really fast. Mm-hmm. And obviously, it's going to be like the breading is going to be soggy, but it doesn't fall off the steak. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Do you ever experience that where when it's breading, like it's not like buttermilk fried chicken, it's breaded steak. So it's, I don't know. It could the
skin
breadcrumbs detach from the steak, and that didn't do that. So that was perfect.
Yeah, there you go. I was about to say that.
You had a bite. What did you think?
I thought it was good. Another like very famous breaded steak in Chicago is Rickabeans.
Right.
Rickabeans or Rickabeanies. I say Rickabeanies. But that's one of the more popular ones here in Chicago. And that one was very good from Tony's. Is what I'm talking about. The Tony's, that was, I don't know, that was very good.
Yeah.
That was and here's again, and I know you say this already, but it was a large. And like for a large,
it was a regular.
Dude,
pretty large.
They supersized. I can't imagine what the supersize was.
$9.75, and that shit's a meal.
Right. That wasn't bad at all.
Yeah. They also have the Sicilian grilled steak is topped with grilled onions, grilled sweet peppers, mozzarella, served on Italian bread. They have the Mexican style grill. They have a bunch of, I think they have like 6 or 7 steak sandwiches. Same thing with chicken. But you had,
I had the Italian beef sausage combo. Yeah, so I wanted both of them at the same time.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Gotta get the meat and the sausage at the same time.
So at the same time, but I look, if there's ever a place that sells a combo, I'm always gonna get the combo.
And honestly, their beef and sausage combo. Did you get the big beef or the regular?
No, I got the regular.
Okay, that was $8.95,
and that was large. It was large. Now here's the thing, very good. This is. For an Italian beef, this is what I like. It had the sweet pepper on there. The sauce was good.
The hot peppers on the side.
Yeah, it was tender. I wasn't tugging at it.
Did you get it dipped?
Yeah, I didn't get it dipped. I did. I got it wet. I got it wet. Hey, I didn't get it baptized and nothing like that, but I got it. I did get it wet. Because I had something else I was supposed to talk about, but it was fantastic. It made me so happy that it was good. The sausage was nice and charred, had nice little. I also wasn't tugging at it. You got enough Italian beef with it. Oh man, this is a Chicago thing.
At it every once in a while.
Yeah,
But you know what's crazy is like 2 pages off this menu is breakfast items.
Yes. Yeah.
So they have breakfast subs, sunrise specials. They have a bunch of side orders like eggs, toast, blah, blah, blah. They have this thing on the menu called One-Eyed Jack, which is a 1 egg fried under toast, and it's $2.99.
1 egg fried under toast?
Yeah. So you fry the egg and then you put a piece of toast on it and then you flip it so the egg is in the toast.
Interesting. That would have been fun to get. Maybe we go back there. We always down there, so we definitely gonna pull it back up to Tony's.
What else did you have?
So,
well, we had the chili cheese fries.
Chili cheese fries. So
I didn't know there was actual chili.
What you mean?
I don't know.
How did you not know that?
I don't know.
Bruh.
I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was gonna be ground beef and tomato sauce, but it was full on chili, the beans and everything.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was
so good.
Yeah, it was the fries. The fries were fantastic because the fries by themselves, I had them with the burger, which I'll talk about in a second. Fries are fantastic. The cheese was
so good.
And the chili.
Yeah,
man, like
amazing.
And we got a large on that one. I got the large on that one, and that is honestly
still didn't finish it.
Yeah, right. That's a meal by itself. Like that is a meal by itself. Then the one last thing that I had when I was there, I had the bacon, Tony's bacon cheeseburger, and I wanted it just so I could sit in there and like had a full experience.
Yeah.
And this leads me to my next point. The experience there was fantastic. The staff that was there, the hostess that was taking my order, the cashier, the cooks, they all right there, and they were all talking. It was like community. It was a guy that was there who was at the bakery next door. He was like offering people food. Man, you should take a bite of this cake that I just got from next door. Even to the workers, everybody's talking. They giving recommendations. Oh, have you had this on such and such place and such and such? Like, it was just dope. I was taking video. The dude was like, oh, man, no. Hey, make sure you get this angle. So I wanted that experience of sitting down up in there and having that burger. And the burger was fire. Like, the fries. So it comes with fries and if you no ketchup, but it comes with everything on it. But you get fries with that. So good. So good. The bacon was crispy, just like I like it. Not overdone, but it was crispy. The patty was nice, and I couldn't imagine a double. A double would be just insane.
Yeah. So the most expensive burger on their menu is the bacon Tony double burger with cheese, and it's $8.80.
And not bad
at all.
Because I had the single.
Because some people out here selling a $15 burger.
Yeah, that's not
just average,
and not nearly as large as this right here. Y'all rock with us if you feel us. But the food was so good. The atmosphere was dope. It's right there on 63rd. 63rd is like a haven for food.
For real.
Like we talk about 75th.
You can get your burgers with chili.
Yes, I know.
I've never had a burger with chili.
Oh yeah, I have. You can do pretty much. That's like a Chicago street, like location. You can do whatever you want. I'm sure if you had told them, because they were like giving recommendations on what you should have. If you just say, hey, look, I want this. The menu is a starting point.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Kind of like Flavs. They said it was not Flavs. Flamins.
The menu is a suggestion.
It's a suggestion, right? It's a starting point. But you get all the dope Chicago food. And I just want to say we had a comment, that said all they do is eat, such and such foods. You got to keep in mind, the point of this podcast is talking about history, and we eat the food in that community area that's based off of that community area. You know what I mean? Like, so if we are in a predominantly, Hispanic, what we gonna do? Italian, what are we gonna do? Puerto Rican.
Also, it's our podcast, so fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But like, just we only got five more to go, including this one.
That's crazy.
But for anybody that's new, keep that in mind. You know what I mean? Like, yes, we eating the same food, but like this is the heritage of that community area. So I just want to take the time to say that.
It's been sitting on your chest.
It's been, we got the comment like 3 episodes ago, and they kind of, I don't read the comments.
I don't even look at that shit anymore.
Not me either. But it was like when it was just like it was like not smart. You know what I mean? Like it was, and I don't want to call our listeners stupid, but that was not smart. You know what I mean? Think about it. Like it's what we do.
Some of y'all are stupid.
Damn. Wow.
You gotta humble them a little bit.
You keep them honest. You humble me on this episode.
Listen. Here's the thing. I think like when you comment on someone's creative thing, like just remember that the person you're commenting on is a human person that has emotions and will cry.
I ain't crying over shit. I promise you that.
I cry. Not anymore. I don't care anymore. It's been well over a year that I don't even look at that anymore for my mental health. Not that there was a lot of negative stuff, but
Yeah, some of it get to you. We human. I will say I like
in general. Don't talk to people like they're not people.
Real quick about Tony's. You get a punch card. You can get a punch card for $5 off. If you go there, if you're a regular, you get a punch card, and we got our punch card, and I forgot to.
It's right there.
I know, but I got the video for people that if you're watching. But yeah, we get a punch card. It's really dope because like I'm gonna come back. You know what I mean? We're in the area, and for me, you know, like being in that area, it's like nostalgia. I talk every time we in Chicago Lawn, West Lawn. I took 63rd to go to school. That's where the bus, drove down 63rd to go to Ashburn, Stevenson Elementary. So I used to go past the Tootsie Roll place all the time. Forest City, look way different than, how it looked now, but I haven't been to Forest City in easily over 2 decades. And so going there was really dope to see Forest City kind of vacant. And now knowing that area was where they made the Ford plant was, and that's sitting literally on top of, where they made, the B-29 airplane for World War II, and it was at one point the largest building in the war. Like, that's so dope to be back over there. So if you're in the area, just take a cruise down 63rd. Even if you go through West Elston and you go and you keep going to 55 all the way, that whole strip along Pulaski, 63rd and then Pulaski, I mean. But if you go down Pulaski, you're going to find all kinds of food down there, predominantly Hispanic, some Italian. But, just go down there. Just go down there, eat the food, have some fun. And that's all she said. That's all she wrote.
And on that note, if you enjoyed this episode, send it to someone you like. Someone that likes sandwiches.
Hey.
Maybe. If you did not like this episode because I'm stuffy, that's fine.
Dang. Stuffy can go 2 ways,
Damn. Hopefully I feel better next week.
Yeah.
And I sound better next week. But also, fuck you.
There it is. She ain't that sick.
Bye.
Holla.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of 77 Flavors of Chicago. We look forward to having you again next Monday. So make sure you look out for us on any platform where you can listen to a podcast. Make sure you rate, subscribe, and do all the things. And we'll see you next Monday.